In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Photopea.com to edit your images, and particularly how to edit them to make them look like old-time cyanotypes. So, in this window, you don't have to worry about creating an account or logging in or anything like that unless you really want to. Just make sure that you go to Photopea.com, and it is a free site. Now, there are two ways to put your images here. I'm going to show you one of them. You're going to go to the top left corner. You're going to click on File, and then you're going to go to Open. That'll take you to your desktop or wherever you have stuff, and find wherever you have organized your work, whether it's in Google Drive or on your desktop. I have put mine into a photo one and into cyanotypes. So I'm just going to choose one of the images that I'm going to work on. We'll start off with this one, and then I'll press Open. It's going to open it into the main file. And then from here, we're going to do a couple of edits to make it seem like the cyanotype style. So from here, go up to the top bar, and you're going to come to Image. This will allow you to adjust the entire image. Then you want to come to Adjustments. Move over to the right and go all the way down to Invert. That'll make it look, and that'll flip the colors and flip the lights and darks, because cyanotypes are about the areas that the light hits the paper kind of burns it, so it becomes that dark blue color. And the area that's blocking light becomes really light, so that's that light cyan color. Next, we need to make it cyan, because you can still see that there's little amounts of purple. So I'm going to come back to Image, come back to Adjustments, and I'm going to go down to Photo Filter. This is very often set to kind of this orange color so that you can make it that old-time sepia tone. But we're going to click on this. We're going to change the color. We're going to make it to this blue cyan color. Try to get it somewhere in here near the cyan, but it doesn't have to be complete cyan because that's kind of green, and it shouldn't be complete blue. So somewhere in this blue cyan area. And we're going to press OK. Once it's there, we can leave it at 80% and we'll press OK. Now you can see that my image has turned completely blue. From here, we need to do one last little adjustment to give it that punch so that it still feels like the dark areas were burned in and the light areas were left completely unexposed. So one more time, we'll come to Image, Adjustments. We'll come to Brightness and Contrast at the top. We'll click on there, and you're going to adjust the contrast up to 100%. And we're going to press OK. If you want to have it a little bit lower, that's up to you, but 100% is going to look good for most images. And now you can see it's very vibrant. Its darks are dark, its lights are very light. So now, once you have it taken care of, we're going to save this. So I'm going to come up to the top left. We're going to come to File. We're going to go to Export As, and you're going to move over to a JPEG. We'll click on that, and then it will give it this pop-up window. Move it so the quality is at high so that we have a nice, beautiful picture, and then we're going to hit Save. You don't need to change the height and width because we just want it to be the large picture that it was. We'll press Save, and that'll go into our downloads, and you can move that later. So let's do this one more time. And this time I'm going to show you how to open it up in a different way. So now we're going to create another one. So I'm going to close this out. And I don't need to save this because we don't want a working file because we already made our copy. So now we're back here, and I'm going to create a new one. We can create a new file by dragging and dropping it into the area. And so since it was empty, it's just going to open up this brand new image. So again, we'll come to Image, we'll come to Adjustments, and we're going to go down to Invert. Then we'll come to Image, Adjustments, and down to Photo Filter. Change that to this blue cyan, press OK, and then OK. Lastly, Image, adjustments, brightness and contrast, and we'll put the contrast up to 100%. Now, you can see in this image, I messed up just a little bit. You can see that there's little amounts of the original table that was left there because I didn't zoom in close enough to just show the white paper. So if you want to crop an image, what you can do is on the left side, there is this crop icon. It looks like two interlocking kind of angles that are starting to make a square to show that you can adjust things. So I'm going to click on that. And that'll allow me to click and drag, and it'll give me a box. And I can adjust this box to make it bigger or smaller if I want to do it. But once I'm finished adjusting the box so that it trims off that edge, I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to press the check mark. And it looks like I left off just a little bit on the edge. So I'm going to trim it just once more. We're going to try to get it nice and close, and we're going to leave out that tiny amount of white at the edge. And I'm going to press OK. Now it's beautiful. There's no strange white edges. We have high contrast and beautiful cyan color. So again, we'll come to File, Export As, Save as a JPEG. Let's do this one more time for posterity. We're going to close this. We'll pick out one more image, drag and drop it into there. Image, adjustments, invert. Image, adjustments, and we'll come to photo filter, move it to blue cyan, hit OK. We'll come to image, adjustments, brightness and contrast, adjust it to 100% contrast. So I'm going to show you one more thing. Say I don't like the orientation, and if I want to change the orientation, we can come to Image, we can go down to Transform, and we can tell it that we want to rotate it. I'm going to rotate this. We're going to see if it looks any better flipped all the way around, so I'm going to flip it 180. And I think that looks a little bit better, personally, because I like the dark on the bottom and then moving up towards light. Then we'll come to File, Export As, and then JPEG. We'll save it at 100%. And now those are all in my downloads, and I can start getting those. Remember, you will need to have at least 5 good images. But you might want to go through this process a couple times to see which ones look best as cyanotypes and not just as the regular pictures.